only the most famous among witches has the ability to destroy the beast, and thus we humbly beseech you to appear in the village of Holloway, where we shall await you in full hope that you will deign to hear of our woes and liberate our land from the clutches of fear. Your humble servants, Sirs Palmerin the Lawnfall and Milton the Piran, knights in the service of her grace and the duchy. Well, this, honestly, sounds like a contract that might very well give me a heap load of money. Roach, where are you? It's time that we ride and go and meet with the Boys of Beauclair. I'm going to say the following at risk of sounding completely mental, but Roach, I think I'm going to miss Velen at least a little bit. Sure, the people here absolutely despise us, depending on who you ask, and the area is a complete mess in regards to the post-war situation, but leaving this place behind for the Duchy of Toussaint, sure, we always travel from one place to the other. One moment we find ourselves dealing with wars at Vergen, then we're dealing with the clans of Skellige. But the point being, we have been here in Velen and Novigrad for such a long time. It's just going to be feeling weird to leave all of this behind. And we will exchange our point of view for that of the Duchy of Toussaint. And although that sounds absolutely glorious, it also means that we will be dealing with royalty. And royalty and us, in the past at least, has shown that we don't exactly have a brilliant track record. I mean, King Voltest died. King Radovid luckily died. But more often than not, we ourselves too would find ourselves in a whole lot of trouble when it came to royalty. Which means, if these knights come all the way from Beauclair, the Duchy of Toussaint, in order to find us, they have traveled a very long distance, which either means their trouble is very severe, or our name precedes ourselves. Honestly, let's just hope that we don't get ourselves into too much trouble. But this is where we're supposed to be, Baron Palmerin of Lawnfall's coat of arms. Let's say hello. Good evening, gentlemen.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyran and Palmerin de Lawnfall. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
It might actually be.
In some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land's tillers at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
Yeah, and I for sure am intrigued as to what that matter exactly is, because, okay, apparently we know each other, and I do apologize. I may remember you, but I also don't really remember you. My memory can still be very fuzzy at times, and the two of you are, to me, completely unknown. But get rid of these bandits, worse ones will come in to replace them. That is very true. I mean, we've experienced it so often, especially on that small little bit of road in the Skellige Isles. Even if you get rid of one group of bandits, others will come in to replace them. But at least for the time being, you do help the people out, I guess. And you never know if there indeed will become worse ones who will replace them. And what you're doing is basically what I'm always doing. I get rid of the bandits as best as I can. Mostly because they bother me, but... yeah. I can get behind your battling of injustice. Which means... let me help you.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Trust me, they will be.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Which it will.
Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Well, in that case... sunrise is not that far
Bandits
away.
have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Okay, either the bandits were a whole lot faster than we ever imagined, or our friends are definitely taking their sweet time in order to readjust their armor.
Hark, contemptible curs!
He mean us?
Who
I,
else?
Palmerin de Lonfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
I think you have the answer there.
Just that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
As you can see, gentlemen, these guys weren't around when intelligence was being dealt out. Seems they won't heed your call. Of course they won't. But maybe they will listen to the words of a witcher? I mean, they do know that I often cause trouble, so... Gentlemen, take my advice. Listen to Palmerin and be smart.
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Wrong
Some
answer.
wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, you should not have said
Ooh,
that.
Insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the Heron you will pay with your own blood.
Well, we gave them a chance,
Train villains, ready your arms.
and they for sure got themselves into a whole lot of trouble. Well, okay, do you want to go for me? Sure, I'll give you my first few sword strikes. Meanwhile, friends, there's quite a lot of you. I will share my love with all of you, one by one. It will be fine. There's nothing to worry about. You, in the meantime, friend, can you please try and hit me? That's it. And then, powerful strike. Haha. Oh, I was busy with your friends. You are getting a little bit in the way of things. Let's see, who do we want to deal with? You. Okay. I kind of forgot that big weapons like that are a little bit harder to parry. Gentlemen, I will take the time. Get out of the way just a little bit. No, you shall not. You shall not. Okay. Come on. Come. No. Okay, this is not exactly good. I, again, am not the best when it comes to fighting multiple opponents at once. That will work. And you, goodbye, my friend. Alright, you want to play next? Sure. Thing, no issue there. You will also be next? Haha. I honestly kind of feel sad for you guys. I mean, you had such an opportunity to actually get out of this mess that you created yourself. But no, you had to be dum-dums. Which means you all will go down in a blaze of glory. Alright, Zork, greetings. You were the one causing all the trouble. How about you rethink your manners while I deal with the bloody archer? Who? You. No, don't put that away. I saw what you did, and you will pay for that. Dear oh dear. They honestly never learn their bloody lesson. And meanwhile, I'm not learning my lesson because I am getting quite butchered here. Surprisingly enough. Alright, Zork. No. You do not think about that for your next life. Meanwhile, no. No running. You're dying. And you will die, actually, through the manner that you thought you could kill me with. How do you like that, huh? Happy with that? Is this the outcome you had in mind? Probably not. Alright. Gentlemen, are you doing okay? I mean, I slaughtered almost all of them and... Okay, you can have this one.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
I mean, it would be rude to say no, I'd say, but Anna Henrietta say all that word for word?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
I mean, I would imagine that a reward would actually be official, but nonetheless, I will verify those details and specifics because I am a little bit light on coin at this point in time. But this beast, what do you know about it? What are we dealing with? Please tell me more.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever, and the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses, the bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
Well, if they're all different.
So
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold. should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
The beast wields black magic? What makes you say that? I mean, if no one has ever seen it, what do you mean with black magic in that case? What? I need details, friends.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect, but of this beast, nothing is known, save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
I wouldn't exactly call it black magic in that case, but it's still an intriguing matter. And I assume that, with it being the Duchy of Toussaint, with there quite possibly being many more knights around, like you, has anyone tried trapping the monster in any way?
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
Quite
Experienced
intelligent.
tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
I kinda imagined that, yeah. And you say there is a tourney? Then I can imagine why you were sent out to try and find me. Because I am known to be quite a good tracker, but yeah, with a tourney around and a beast roaming the streets, that's a recipe for disaster.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
Okay, so in a worst case scenario, we're going to find ourselves right at the start of another war, possibly. This is gonna be interesting. But you have piqued my curiosity with this beast. Especially with these 3 descriptions. I shall take the contract. I have no reason not to.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken
Except
from
for that one.
sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
To Toussaint. Which also means goodbye Velen, goodbye Novigrad. We'll meet again one day.
Toussaint, the land of fluff and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
And also the land of vibrancy and sunshine.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
Oh, I for sure
To
will.
me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
You're proving my point. Again? Case in point? Although I assume that this does not happen every day. What the hell was that? Cyclops? Giants? Definitely giants. And now a giant armed with a grindstone. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what caused this situation to happen, but Goliaths.
My lady! Guillaume, watch out! I swore I'd kill a monster! All for one and one for all!
Pretty much, this one clearly fits the designation of monster. This will work. Although at the same time, you do not want to have your face be hit by that grindstone. Can I? Okay, okay, definitely. Thank God for Quen. Any normal man who would get hit by that, would have his face torn off. Okay, you, my friend, are killing sheep. We can't have that. Okay, even a normal strike is already problematic. This is fine. I need my Eden signs on the floor. Ow. Okay, I am actually thinking I might want to have a little bit of Tawny Owl here, just in case. Oh, okay. Okay, I think the safest place when he tries to do that is right in between his feet. This is okay. This is fine. Not fine. Not fine. Get that Quen up. Get that Quen up. And make sure that we bite at his ankles like there's no tomorrow. Like there's no tomorrow. Alright, we definitely need to do it. It would actually maybe do anything. Actually, does not do anything. Alright, Eden, Igni. Will you like fire, my good friends? Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. He does not care an awful lot about fire. I think we definitely need to work with Quen and maybe Eden. This is fine. This is fine. No, okay. Okay, get that Eden field on the floor. Okay, you, my friend. I'm not entirely sure what exactly caused all of this madness. But what I do know is that I'm finding myself right into a corner where I don't want to be. Where I definitely don't want to be. Friends, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Okay, if he starts that spin right now, I'm dead. Okay, here we go, here we go. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Nope. Not where we want to be, not where we want to be, not where we want to be. Quen needs to go up right now. Right now, Quen, that's it. Oh. This, friends, is a whole lot more deadly than I imagined. I mean, I have dealt with giants before, but this one is at least being quite a bit more problematic than I thought. Okay, get out, get out, get out. This is fine, this is fine. Make sure that we have a Quen up whenever we deal with this thing. This is good, this is good. Small, little tidbits. Get that Quen up, get that Quen up. Stay safe and sound. We would so be dead if it wasn't for Quen. And away, away we go, away we go, away we go. No, no. Well, at least I have got his attention right now, which is something, but also not something I should be all that happy with. You need to go down. That's exactly how we deal with a beast like you. Alright, here we go. No shockwaves my way. Instead, what we deal with is you being sliced to bloody pieces. Alright, does any one of you want to have the final shot at him? If so, now's your chance. No? In that case, I'll make the final shot before he gets the final shot on me. Oh. Cool. He for sure was a tough boy.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
Of course.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
I thank you for that. I guess I can't exactly refuse, but how did the giant wind up here? I mean, does this happen often?
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
That I can agree with. I mean, we just got here and we already made a mess. And got a lot of sheep killed, which is unfortunate, but I think the windmill is a bigger issue in order to replace that. Either way, I'll gladly take the trophy. You did well against the giant. You survived, that's quite a thing. Because I don't think any one of us really anticipated that thing to pick up a bloody grindstone.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Thank you very much. Well, at least we have a starting lead in order to try and find some information about this monster, and we might need a little bit of a bigger knife for this. Seriously, how a little hunting knife can manage to do that never fails to amaze me. Which means, what do we know about this Goliath? According to legend, Goliath had once been a knight who violated his vows, for which he was punished by the Lady of the Lake. Transformed into a giant, he fled into the mountains and would only descend into the inhabited lowlands when hunger forced him to it. There is no knowing how much truth lies in that legend, yet it is incontrovertible fact that this dangerous giant gobbled up shepherds and sheep alike, and was so widely feared, governesses used him to scare children into eating their vegetables. Though he came across as a wild, unthinking beast, Goliath used simple tools, and any item could turn into a deadly weapon in his powerful hands. When fighting Geralt, Goliath wielded a millstone, making his every blow truly crushing. Luckily, Geralt already had some experience in slaying giants and made quick work of Goliath as well, with the much appreciated help of 3 knights, Milton the Peyrac-Peyran, Palmerin the Landfall, and Guillaume the Landfall. But although they helped me fight this Goliath, they won't be able to help me all that much, I'd imagine, in finding and fighting the Beast of Beauclair. Eyewitnesses to gruesome monster attacks always have a hard time describing the creature in question. The beast move quickly and often attack at night, while the witnesses are terrified and primarily concerned with fleeing for their lives. As a result, witches quite often have no inkling what creature they face until they find tracks or otherwise establish something for themselves. Such was the case with the beasts tormenting Beauclair. Geralt knew it was deadly, elusive, and fiendishly clever. Everything else he heard was clearly the production of imaginations fed by fears of a dangerous predator. Which brings us to the Beast of Toussaint. No sooner had Geralt arrived in Toussaint than he got his first taste of the local color. As he was clip-clopping along the high road, chit-chatting with Milton and Palmerin, a most unusual sight unfolded before his eyes. Here was a knight with all the expected accoutrements, charging headlong at a windmill. The situation became clear a moment later when a giant strode from behind the windmill and charged right back at the knight. Before anyone could say, only in Toussaint, the Witcher and all 3 knights were swinging away at the brute amidst the freshly crumbled ruins of the mill and a herd of panic-stricken sheep. At long last, the giant lay defeated, and the men who had vanquished it could make their introductions, then engage in the kind of conversation that oft happens over a fresh monster corpse. The young giant slayer gave the 3 arrivals fresh tidings, for the beast had struck again. The body of its most recent victim now lay on a riverbank nearby. Geralt decided he needed to see it and explore the crime scene, while Milton thought it both wise and courageous to accompany the Witcher. Well, I very much appreciate that. Which brings us to where exactly, because this be an entirely new area. Follow Milton to the place where the body was found. Okay, you're going to lead me around the place. I very much appreciate that, but my first sight instantly falls on the fact that, oh my god, there is more notice boards. Hopefully many people in need of my help, and I, for sure, am gonna get very distracted. Before we go though, definitely want to loot that. Hello, greater rep mutagen. I will take that, and... ooh. Local guard, who did not make it very far. Well, I will take that one. Yikes. Well, as they say, only in Toussaint. Well, Milton, let's try and find where this corpse has been found, in the hopes that we learn more.
Palmerin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
That would make sense, I guess. Mutations and Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality as well. What's more, you receive a special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary nature. Of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. Oh, I for sure won't, but right now, both will have to wait. Because the letter will have to wait, and we don't even know where this craftsman is. We will find him, or her, in due time. But for now, onwards with dealing with the Beast of Toussaint. So, Guillaume is Palmerin's kid? Nice. Seriously. This area. This is such a stark difference compared to Velen. Like, for real.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk. Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
And you certainly love your traditions here. That much I have already figured out. Not like I would try that. Like, speaking in that tongue really will be difficult.
They must have removed the body already.
Well, in that case,
make sure they didn't miss anything.
Let's indeed do that. So it was washed up. And they said... Is that Beauclair in the distance? Probably. By the way, let's take a look at what we've got.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
Can't have gone too far.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Quite possibly. I am definitely hearing drowners, which means necrophage oil. There we go. Also, am I really better off with using the iris sword? Maybe I should have added one of the enchantments to it, because right now I am not dealing with the preservation bonus from the armor stable and grindstones, which kind of sucks, but Damage-wise, it is quite lower. I'll just stick to what I got. Maybe I'll add runes to it, maybe not. I do have to find someone who I can sell the remainder of my armor to, because I forgot that I was actually still carrying that along with me. Either way, necrophage oil, dealing with drowners should work just fine. Because you, for sure, are going to cause issues. Yeah.
Guests, careful.
You may not be used to scurfers. What the hell is a scurfer? I'm sorry? Are you like rot fiends or? I mean, those spikes kind of terrify me. Also the fact that I don't seem to be dealing a whole lot of damage to you. Okay, friend, hi. How are you doing? Can you please just bugger off real quick? You know what? If you are like drowners, you like fire. That's it. Oh, okay. They are definitely like rot fiends. Please tell me more. What the hell are scurfers? What are they weak to? Thought it was just a pile of rotten meat till it started to move. Depart from Beauclair. Scurfers are rot fiends' larger cousins. The bodies of these hideous, vaguely humanoid creatures are covered with rotten scraps of flesh, under which lurk even more rotten muscles stretched around a strong, flexible skeleton. Scurfers, which feed on old, rotting corpses, prefer to make their hunting grounds in abandoned torture sites, forgotten graveyards, and old battlefields. They are very aggressive, and though they feed on corpses, if they come across a living person, they are likely to attack. Thus, when wandering near any of the above-mentioned places, one must be especially cautious. Scurfers usually feed on the ground, but sometimes when they catch the scent of a human, they crawl to the surface in a matter of seconds and attack their potential prey. While fighting them, one cannot afford to forget about the special bony spines, razor-sharp protuberances sticking out from their skeleton. When a scurfer is near death, the gases and enzymes gathered within its body cause it to explode, flinging these spines out at great speed, turning them into one last deadly weapon in their arsenal, for mutually assured destruction. To protect oneself against the damage from these spines, one should make prodigious use of the Quensign. That I most definitely figured. Because I'm definitely already not a fan of that. God. Like, these gases also explode before I can even manage to kill them. They really move fast. So well, you can help for sure, Milton, but I have a feeling that your sword will not be that powerful against this madness. Okay, getting out of the way of them. Definitely troublesome, and it's not the last. Where are you? Come on, get out of there. No, you want to. That's it. You can't hide from me. So, you just bugger off. It will be fine. It will be fine. Okay. Are you going to help? Or are you just going to stand there and gawk? I mean, you're free to help if you want to. But in the meantime, I'll have its attention. Here we go. Okay, out of the way. And that's it. That's it. That's it.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Interesting folk for sure. But before we do anything, yeah, my sword has definitely taken a beating. Let me quickly repair that. Alright, use which sense to search the riverbank for signs of the guardsman's activities. Before we do that, definitely want to collect these monster bits because, hey, new monsters. Definitely a source of Rotfiend blood. I mean, if they are the cousins of Rotfiends, yeah. Nasty buggers for sure though. Happy that we didn't encounter them before. But we for sure will be encountering more of them here, I fear. And there's the last bit. Ugly pieces of work. That's just a mug, we don't need that. Okay, what's up with all of this here? Can I...
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Including corpses.
The stench is fierce.
Which means it's brilliant for us to be wandering around here. Let's see, what did... Oh my god. Okay. You know me? Apparently. I'm probably going to be taking a dive very soon.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
Nobleman again.
Victim, correct?
Looks it.
So that would fit the current thing that we've got going on for this beast. It's after noble people.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
And then they...
Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I was going to, but I'm looking at this right over here, and this looks like it was dragged?
Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat, recently. Probably to transport the body somewhere.
Right back to Beauclair, probably. Well, in the meantime, definitely gonna have to take a dive. Make sure that we don't miss anything. Grab all the stuff that we can find. Because, who knows what we might find down there.
Nets were attached here.
I mean, what could we possibly find? Other than treasure. I'm going down for the treasure already, but... Okay, I will take the jug just to get it out of this. Because these are for fishing nets, obviously. What are you? Just a bottle. Yeah, I'm really not going to be finding a lot of good stuff here. I thought for a moment, oh, maybe there is some fancy things that I can use. But, broken ore. I will be able to sell it, that's what I'll keep in mind. That will be good enough for me. I'm sure someone wants a broken ore. What are you? A copper mug. Well, I'll take it. I'm really not going to be able to find anything here. Handkerchief monogrammed DLC. Well, okay then. That could be something important. And other than that... Treasure? Definite treasure. Toussaint Ducal Guardsman boots. And that was all. Well, we've got a handkerchief. Makes me wonder what DLC stands for.
Monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
Yeah. But that will be a matter for later, I guess.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
That would be a good place to start. Also, it seems like someone is watching us. Someone specific.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Well, it's a good thing that that doesn't happen very often, but... Either way, the only clue I have managed to find is this monogrammed handkerchief. Does these initials say anything to you?
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
I'd imagine.
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand that. My
I
apologies.
understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
And
I shall
thus...
have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Clearly. Well, for as long as you're able and willing to help. When tracking down the Beast of Toussaint, Any and all help is always appreciated.
Toussaint looks like a dream after all that dreariness from Velen. But with this beast prowling the streets, I fear that things will turn into a nightmare soon enough. Let's do what we're good at and track down the beast before its rampage becomes unstoppable.